Welcome to another episode on our channel. You've seen this little guy before. This is a Tibetan wolf, and I actually fell in love with this wolf the first time I saw it. I thought the saddle was cute, and it has a blanket here, a little pouch, covers underneath the saddle, and it has this adorable muzzle on it. The only thing I didn't like about this particular wolf, Tibetan wolf, is that when you take the muzzle off, it has a snarl on its face. I'm not into snarls. So I thought I would get a different wolf, one that I had seen that didn't have a snarl on it. I mean, this is perfectly fine as long as you're willing to leave the muzzle on. But there might be times when you might want to pose it without the muzzle, and I would not do that with this one because I do not like the snarl. But it is cool. It has the saddle, like I said, the bedroll, a pouch on the side, leg warmers, the muzzle, blankets under or coverings underneath the saddle. I think it's cool looking. It's a nice wolf. This is made by JXK Studio. So it comes in these blue boxes, GXK. And it says beautiful truth on the front. And there's some Chinese script underneath it. I'm sure it replicates beautiful truth. The boxes are blue and they're in really good shape. I mean, you know, they're blue. It's not like they have pictures on them other than just a description here. This is actually of a white wolf. This is the box I found in the garage. But the box is in great shape. You know, if I wanted to resell it, it would be okay. But I wanted to get a wolf that didn't have a snarl on it. And I've been noticing that JXK and Mr. Z look pretty much the same to me, at least with their horses. They have the same saddles and so forth. So they're either getting material from the same manufacturers or they're the same company but selling under different names for some reason. But their stuff is very similar. And so I saw a Steppe wolf, Steppe, being sold by Mr. Z. And I thought, okay, let me get that wolf. It does not have the snarl on it. So I was looking forward to getting a wolf without a snarl on it. So this box came though in, bubble wrap that's pretty thin. This is not like the really fat, really robust bubble wrap. This really thin bubble wrap. And then over that bubble wrap is just the plastic wrap. This is how it came. And I thought to myself, I am not sure how this box is going to look. And when I open it up, sure enough, the box does not look good. And you can see the dings here, right? You can see the dings on the bottom. You can see the dings here. I don't know if they're, oh, yeah, they're on the bottom too. Okay. And it does say Mr. Z on it, but there's also, I don't know, something was stuck to this at one time. It's still stuck to it. So this is one messed up box. And if it was used and at a good price, I wouldn't care. But it was advertised as new. So I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting it to be wrapped the way it was wrapped. And when I saw the way it was wrapped, I was really expecting the box to be chewed up, and it is chewed up. So I'm not sure I'm going to keep it just for the principle of the thing. I have a sneaking suspicion the wolf, though, is probably in perfect order, because whether we're talking about Mr. Z or JXK, usually the foam on the inside of the box is really well done. So open it up. All right. And yes, there's a top piece of foam and another piece. And then here is, whoops, sorry. Here is I was going to say fox. Here's the wolf. And you can see that the foam goes way up to about 1.5 or 2 inches from the top. So it's well insulated on the inside. So I don't suspect this wolf is going to be damaged in any way. It's in there nice and tight, actually. So that's another thing that's going to protect it. Okay, let me get that out of the way. And this out of the way. All right. So here he is. Here he is. He looks good. All right. Yeah. And he's not snarling. So just for comparison's sake, here's trying not to scratch a table. Here's the Tibetan wolf, and here's the steppe wolf. So we'll pause and get them on a table so you can see them from different angles together. And then we'll try to get close-ups of their faces. We are back, and you've seen this wolf before, so I just put the steppe wolf on the turn tray. It's actually a beautiful wolf. I like that it's not snarling. So I'll just turn him around so you can see him from different angles. Like the pose a lot. The coloring is very nice. At first I thought it was too light, but when we get a close-up of its face, you'll see it's very nice. Yeah. All right, so we'll pause and get an even tighter close-up of this little guy. Oh, I should mention before we do that, my husband during the break did look up the dimensions of both wolves, and the steppe wolf is within normal limits comparatively in 1/6 scale, as is the Tibetan wolf. So this is a smaller wolf compared to this one. So they are appropriate to scale, apparently. Right? So we'll pause now and get a tighter close-up of this wolf. So here's a close-up of the steppe wolf. I think he has a longer nose than the Tibetan wolf, but those eyes are absolutely adorable. We will go around so that you can see him. And when we get to this pose, I love this pose just as much as the front view of the wolf. It is definitely slightly larger than the Tibetan wolf, but I guess in real life that would be the case. I just love the eyes. All right. So there you go, the steppe wolf. So we decided to get a really tight shot of this wolf's face, and those eyes are absolutely adorable. Here's one last look at our two figures, the steppe wolf without the menacing snarl, and the Tibetan wolf that has a menacing snarl but has a muzzle covering it. I hope you've liked what you've seen. There is a striking difference between the two in terms of height, but I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, have a great day.